Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Husnul Ramadhani. I'm from PBI-A. As cities, past and present. Dr. Charles Adrian, a political science professor at the University of California at Riverside, has made a 20 years study of the problems of American city. The results are present in a book called History of American City Government 1775. 1870. 1. The problems of the nation city, pollution, crimes, threats, a lack of planning, transportation are bad, but they were worse in the so-called good old days, according to Dr. Charles Adrian. He gives pollution from automobiles as one example. He agrees that it may be bad now, but he states that there was a lot of pollution from a horse and other animals in American city in the 70th century. 2. Most cities had their own slaughterhouse where cows and pigs were killed a century ago. There were quarrels about throwing out the remains of the animals and that sort of thing, he said, and the sewer system for waste disposal was almost non-existent. 3. Some of the problems that border people living in the cities during that period are still with us. Poor planning, problems in low-income neighborhoods, police relations, and public transportation. 4. Pollution was a very important problem for city governments in the last country, particularly with regard to water supplies. Dr. Adrian said they had some idea that water could be polluted, but they didn't know how. Trying to get pure water was a big problem. Next. 5. People like to talk about the good old days, but actually the cities of the 19th century were dirty and in many ways filthier than today. Communicable disease was great concern. There was still smallpox and also yellow fever, malaria, cholera, and typhoid. The infect death rate was high, and there were other dangers as well. 6. It is true that people were not being killed by cars. However, they often were killed or seriously injured by a runaway horse. It was quite common, Dr. Adrian said. 7. Crime was a great concern then too. According to Dr. Adrian, mugging was not a common then. He said, but it did exist. Pickpockets cats were very scarred too. Also from the 1830s on, there were a lot of summer ghetto rats. Then was just something from the 1960. There were several causes, but basically, it was because many people moved to the cities from rural areas. 8. Planning of cities and their neighbor was controlled by land speculator and real estate developers who were only interested in making money. 9. Finally, Dr. Adrian thinks that the situation and problems facing American city have not changed so much, and suggests that we look back at the past and try to learn from it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.